So, hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for watching. This is the second episode of NLL Talk. Last time I had RB Spence with me. Thanks for everyone that watched it. Today, in this episode, we have CoachP with us and Trevor, which is also the team captain of the Blazers, and recently started working with Floaty as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Thanks for
congratulations.
having us.
Sure. It's my pleasure, and thanks for making time on your weekend to talk some NLL and TOPSHOT.
Absolutely. One of my favorite things to do.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
So much fun. For those of you who don't know, the shirt, the jersey in the background of Coach P is it's a Cool Cat shirt. That's right. We got some real Cool Cat OGs in here, seems like. And I'm just gonna ask you maybe just to share some background to begin with, because I'm sure some people in the NLL know you and some people don't in the NLL or outside of it. So maybe you can each tell us just some personal details, where you're from and what got you into the NLL.
Sure. I joined TOPSHOT in March of 2021. I fell into it by accident for the first couple months when I was buying packs and moments. I thought I was just buying digital videos. Wasn't really sure what it was, and it was a great experience. I love collecting things. I have every Topps baseball set since 1967, I want to say. It's something that my grandfather did, my father did. It's kind of something I passed down to my kids as well. And I bought into the Cool Cat set in July, the summer, July of 2021, either June or July. Yeah, and it was announced that obviously it was the premier set of TOPSHOT. I was starting to get really into NFTs, and I had to have it.
Was it before the uptick or after or during?
I caught it at a great price.
Okay.
The whole set total, I want to say, cost around somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000. So
nice.
I got a great deal on it. That lamella was tough to grab. I had to take had to borrow a little money from wifey at the time, but I paid it back quickly.
Are you still married?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
So and that's kind of been the journey that I've been on. I moved over to ETH NFTs as well. I made the transition, as many did, because there's just there's great opportunities, and it's like I haven't looked back since. It's been a great ride. I love the Web3 space. I love I'm an educator by trade in real life, so I love educating people in this space as well. It's something I'm a people person. I like talking. I like teaching people, and I just love working with communities.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Sounds good. So, Trevor, how about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. No, Coach, I definitely like that whole idea of your whole family and it going through the lineage there of you passing it on to your kids and your dad and then your grandpa, and kind of creating that whole atmosphere. I know when I recently had a chat with Janie, the GM of TOPSHOT there, she mentioned how that was such a big thing for her. And when she was younger, with her folks, they'd go to the card shop, rip a pack of cards together, after some sports or something like that on the weekends. And so having those kind of family experiences and that going and being passed down, I think that's really big. And both for you guys and the greater ecosystem and how people view the product itself. So no, thank you for sharing that. That was really insightful.
For sure.
But yeah, no, my name's Trevor. Username on everything is James Dylan Bond. And like mentioned, I am the Blazers captain for NBA TOPSHOT. The community is Rip Pack City. I am original 30 for 30 completionist, I guess. I completed the LaMelo Master Challenge, and I think the Cool Cat set is really kind of what put me on this path. As mentioned before, I started like the last day of February or the 1st of March, something like that of last year. And the Cool Cat set was kind of already picking up momentum and things like that. And I'm like, oh God, look at all those prices. No way I'll ever get that set. That shit's crazy. And I started collecting. I wasn't as big into it. It was a lot of fun. I think I did like the all-star set, or not the set, but the challenge to get Damian Lillard. Again, I'm a big Blazers fan, season ticket holder. I love Damian Lillard. So as I watched the all-star game that year, that was my first like NBA Top Shot, this kind of experience, where I literally said that to my girlfriend, now fiance. But I thought that meant a lot. And so then that kind of took me down the path, eventually found Cool Cats. And I started picking up little pieces, doing some of the challenges, but nothing really much until close to the end. And people were kind of maybe fudding it a little bit because it was so large and it took so long to get all the way through. And I ended up picking up all the pieces that I didn't have beforehand. And this kind of helped lead to my IRL activations, where I had only held one event at this point, where I sat here wondering, hey, why is nobody going and ripping packs together, like sharing this experience with their friends? We're all doing this just over Twitter and Discord and such. So I've onboarded 2 of my friends. We went to a bar, ripped some packs. And then the second event actually was, I believe, the event where we ripped our LaMelo Master Challenge packs. And this was an event where I'd reached out to Alexo, who's now one of my good buddies, one of the largest collectors in the space. And somehow we realized that we lived just a few blocks from each other.
Wow.
I borrowed a Luke Cool Cats from him when it was dipping down. And by the time we met up, he's just like, hey, figure out what you're going to give me when we meet up at this party and rip our shit. And we got there and the prices had already skyrocketed back. And he's like, hey, you just saved me from, selling that Luca. Like, just give me that back and we're good. It's now double the price. And I'm like a real serious shit instead. And so I think that was kind of the start of like someone like Alex. And then one of the big things I did for these meetups then was going and reaching out to all the Cool Cats in the area, because in the original Cool Cats Discord that someone like Plunge Father started, like they had a map there that even said like all of where people were located. I'm like, what the hell? There's like 6 other Cool Cats here in the Portland area. I need to go find their asses. And so that kept growing. And at this point I've had like 40 events, and that's something I'm pretty proud of. Meeting so many. We started doing games in January where we had 45 people at that event. We had a few Dapper employees coming out to that, and then another one in May. And then a lot of these big events like that. So it's a lot of fun, and it's really been the collecting journey has been really special to me. I actually changed careers about a year ago, going from industrial sales to then like tech sales to now marketing, community stuff here in the Web3 space. But going from like industrial and manufacturing sales to then tech was a pretty large pivot to me. And part of that was the fact that I'd met so many smart people in the space here. And that was kind of a common theme that I saw around them, was working in the tech space. And I was like, I want to emulate these people. And so it's been a fun year, and or fun year and a half now. Jesus. I'm really thankful for the opportunities presented. I was able to meet people like Roham in New York during NFT NYC after the draft, and all these different people from within the TOPSHOT community, NBA players. It's really provided a special experience for me, and I just love it. And so I appreciate the Cool Cats, originally kind of really digging my claws into the ecosystem and wanting to be a part of like and grow communities. And so it really put me down the path that I'm on now.
That's amazing. I love the journey you had there. It's been quite a life-changing experience, I would say, even career-wise.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And going from then like tech sales to then Eternal, which was a product on Flow Blockchain. They reached out to me in January, and I worked for them for about 7 months then. So that was kind of my entry into then especially Web3 and working in that space. And so now, I'm working with the Master Cats team. I work with Floaty, and then I also work with Game Day Plus and the fellas. All those other ones are on Flow, and Master Cats is on ETH. But yeah, we have so many connections here within the Master Cats team.
Back to what you said, it's an awesome experience, and thanks for sharing. And it's just a great experience to even just network and talk to you guys and get to know NLL members, because like just of now, I realized that Coach and me talked prior to this episode, and it turns out Coach lives like 5 minutes away from my dad in New York. And I actually just discovered this now live with you, that we got a few things in common. I also do tech sales, and also involved in the industrial tech sales with manufacturers and everything like that. We're both big fans of Lillard, so it's awesome to know we got some things in common besides the NLL. Oh yeah, actually one of my I think, I don't remember who shared it, but on Twitter they just asked which moment we want to see on TOPSHOT, or our favorite moment or whatever. And I posted the Lillard buzzer beater against OKC from the logo.
I was there for that one. I have a live video of it happening, and then my reaction and my fiance's reaction. That was a very special moment to be a part of and go to. And being a season ticket holder, going through that whole Western Conference Finals run, and then somehow my fiance and I made it onto Damian Lillard's birthday party guest list right afterwards, because it was probably 2 weeks after the Western Conference Finals ended, and we got invited to his party there, and that was awesome. Then going and meeting him and a lot of other players, and just like that whole magical experience of having the OKC victory, the Denver series that went to 7 with 4 overtimes in a game, then going and getting our asses spanked by Golden State, but we'll forget about that one. But just that we haven't had like a run like that in a while, so being a part of that and seeing it all was a lot of fun.
That's crazy, man. I gotta hang out with you a little bit more.
It's amazing the kind of connections this space creates. Even like living in New York, I went to NFT NYC, and I met a bunch of Cool Cat members from Australia, from Philippines, all over the place, and it was just amazing, like putting a face to these names that like I've grown so close with over the last year and a half. Like some of these people have become closer than people I've known like my whole life, like just because we spend every day together. Like it's a whole different life, and it is nice. You were saying you found a couple buddies in your area. I have found about 2 people with that I'm friends with that dabble in the space. So it's fun to have somebody to talk to, because like I was saying with my wife, I've tried to talk to her. She wants no part of it.
No. My fiance hasn't bought a pack, I don't think, in 2022. So like, she's tired of me talking about it. So fortunately we have, such a large community out here of collectors, and we do stuff all the fucking time. Or it also kind of builds those friendships and stuff like that. I mean, hell, even Scotty J, who's a member of our team, he's someone I met at a Blazer game. He mentioned, in one of our Discords, or he's like, "Hey, I'm going to a Blazer game. Who's going?" I'm like, "I'm a season ticket holder. Let's get a beer." We've hung out many times since then, and he's a season ticket holder for the Seahawks, and I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and at the end of last season there, the Seahawks, were on their downslope. They were already out and everything. And he reached out to me and he's like, "Hey, like, I know you're a big Lions fan." He's like, "I don't give a fuck about going to this game. Like, the tickets are yours if you get your ass up there." So I think, there's a lot of things like that where people are very receptive to help and give and do things for others. And so that was something I was very appreciative of from Scotty, to hook me up with some tickets I went with then one of my really good friends that I onboarded into the space.
Yeah, man, that's a great story. And at the end of the day, let's face it, guys, like we all share a mutual obsession at the end of the day, and it brings us together. which is awesome. And let's take this story as an opportunity to segue into another story. So you guys have a pretty interesting project that's called, correct me if tell me if I'm right, it's called the Master Cats project, right?
Master Cats NFT, yes. So on Discord, Just Mac, he's definitely an OG NLLer. Part of that original Discord. Create your own utility has always been, a theme that we based our NLL kind of community on. The Nine Lives Lounge is a community. It was an idea. It's not, that's not a TOPSHOT product. It's something that, the Nine Lives Lounge represents a community, and back when the set came out, a few guys got together, there wasn't much going on. So they decided to create, their own Discord. They did giveaways. They got, just so many opportunities opened up to the people in this community, so
Jerseys, like what you got on.
oh yes, no, definitely, it's great. I mean, that was just merch was just one of the things.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was just in the jerseys were cool, and I think what you have even in your video there is a perfect representation where you have the community-driven merch, the jerseys, and then you also even have the cool cats hoodie and hat there in the background. And I think it's more of a, if you have the mentality, and create our own utility, it got the attention of others.
Sorry, Trevor, you're breaking up.
Cutting out real bad.
Yeah.
Damn this.
But yeah, like Trevor said, the jerseys, that was kind of utility we created. I got the infinite objects and some of the hoodies and stuff that TOPSHOT sent us for, being full set collectors. And we've been building this since November. And unfortunately, like the market's changed so many times. But, collectively, we're kind of a group of professional visual artists, project managers, financial execs, and, fitness educators. The head founder, Mac, he's a trained filmmaker and storyteller. He served as a chief creative director and visionary for the product. Scotty, he has over 20 years in professional banking and project management. And myself, I'm a physical educator, personal trainer with expertise in, people and community building and education. So, we're looking to position the Master Cats as like the huddle culture. And that's kind of been the NLL's, heart and soul. We're definitely a very loyal community. And so, we kind of transitioned to the ETH side. And the Master Cats NFT is going to be the first project to have 9 different artworks by 9 different artists, all in one single NFT. It's going to evolve over time. And we also have a new kind of innovative way to mint, where if you hold a pet store voucher, either an alpha voucher or a beta voucher, it will grant you access to the pet store, where you get to pick the NFT instead of just minting and revealing and not knowing what you're going to get. You get to pick your forever friend or your perfect, NFT you vibe with. So you're going to get a choice of 9 revealed NFTs. And with the voucher, you're going to get to choose which one you love the most, which is, something nobody's done before, which, it's pretty cool. And like I said, we really want to bridge that gap between, obviously the physical and digital, but also flow and ETH and just everything, it's just, we want to create that central hub. And that's kind of brings us to the second part of our project, which is the Nll Portal that we created. And it's going to be incredible. We have a lot to offer. We want to give back, and that's why we kind of created a 30/30 badge, which is free to all NLL set holders. It's their chance to grab a Master Cats PFP on the ETH network. And, we're going to talk about a little bit about that later. And anybody can feel free to hit me up anytime on Twitter, Discord. I'll even create an extra video, kind of walk you through the process. It's definitely uncharted territory for some. and it could be a little scary at first, but we've all been through it, and I'd be glad to help anybody else that's willing to make that journey.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, there's the fear of the unknown. We spoke about it earlier, like, because a lot of us, we know TOPSHOT, we know all day, it's all Dapper related, and whatever that is in a different space, it feels maybe a bit overwhelming, but it could be simple. You just gotta jump in.
No, and I mean, hell, even TOPSHOT was overwhelming, I'd say, to start with. And, having people to go through this journey together with really changes the experience and makes it a lot better.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
That's how I made my when I joined TOPSHOT and I joined the NLL Discord. That's when I learned about NFTs and everything else. We had an ETH NFT channel, and that's where people like Bakram, Plunge, and Chugs, drop projects, and then obviously some other people, shared some great alpha in there and taught me how to make. I started off with a trust wallet. I still have one somewhere. I don't know what's in it. I couldn't figure out how to move money around, so they were all making fun of me. They're like, it's good for some things, but for NFTs, MetaMask is definitely the way to go. And it's like I said, anything is difficult when you start, but once you get some practice with it, it's quite simple. But that's the OG NLL Discord is where I learned everything.
So, Coach,
It was my first.
Oh, you go.
I was gonna say it was my first job ever or not really job, but like it was my first moderation role ever too in that Cool Cats Discord. So yeah, no, it's been a fun journey, and like you said, having that group over there to kind of transition you into everything was really huge when there really wasn't much out there to like assist you, and it was very terrifying, especially like a year ago for all of us because we had no idea what we were doing. I lost at least 2 keys for MetaMask's wallets early on because I just didn't know what I was doing. Who knows what it's in there nowadays, but it's really great when you have these communities around you that can build you up and guide you along this. It seems a little bit less scary.
For sure, I can relate. And Coach, just to clarify, so in order to claim this this badge, you said it's called 30 on 30?
Sorry, it's the 30/30 badge. Every NLL set holder can claim one. In order to do so, yes, you will need a MetaMask wallet because you do have to pay a small gas fee. It's very minimal. It's ranged some people from, I want to say 50 cents to max, I think $2 at most. Very efficient gas. But what you need to do, you need what?
A trade ticket cost pretty much.
Yeah, it's but anytime you do anything with minting or anything like that, always go through official channels. So in our Discord, we do have an official links channel. It's the safest way to go. Click through official links, get to our webpage there, and you just follow the steps. There's a 30/30 badge claim link that you can click on, and you submit your wallet. And then, we kind of take it from there, and then it's claimable maybe an hour after, it's probably like 5 minutes after you submit your wallet, but we just say an hour to give it time just in case we don't see it right away to upload it to the contract. And then it shows up on your OpenSea page and it sits there, and that will not burn come mint day. That will be a forever piece you get to hold. Your 30/30 badge is something you earn by being a set holder. It will have future perks. Right now, the first perk is us giving back to the community and giving them a free ETH NFT.
So basically, you guys wanted to give something back to the community, and any NLL member, anyone who completed the Cool Cat set, can get some free utility from your projects outside of TOPSHOT.
Correct. And that's where the Nll Portal comes into play. Yes, it's outside of TOPSHOT. Yes, it's on the ETH network, but this portal, we're trying to bridge that gap. And, some of the things we plan on doing besides, merch and stuff like that, we've talked about creating a digital metaverse where we can hang out and talk, kind of even just like we're doing here, but maybe with your cat avatar, possibly having analytics tools through our portal. We want to create a central hub where our community can go. They know they can find the help, ask any questions, anything they need to know, whether it's NLL TopShot related or anything else. But that we want to create that place where everyone feels, safe and they can go to find someone, to help them out.
Mhm. That's good. That's good. So I'm pretty curious. We got like a few more minutes. I'm pretty curious if you can kind of walk us through it. Like if we can get a few visuals, if you can share screen.
Definitely, I'd love to. So right here, I'm going to start off with our Master Cats portal. I mean, with our Nll portal, just to give everybody an idea of what we're kind of working with.
Also, feel free to kind of walk us through, like, if I was an LL member watching this and I want to claim my badge, where should I start? Where should I go?
Okay, definitely. So you can all see my screen?
Yeah.
Great. So this is our Nll portal. All right. And, it's, like I said, some of it's still under construction. We have the lounge,
Super cool.
NLL Council. Pretty neat. There's some awesome artwork there. We're going to have the lounge store. Everybody loves merch.
Oh, yeah.
Scratching post. We have the cat cave. It's pretty cool. This is our NFT marketplace tools and analytics. And then, we talked about the 9 Lives VR lounge. All right, so let's see. We go into the lounge real quick. We do have some NLL related stuff. We have our badge claim. So what you would do, you verify your set and you connect your wallet, and then you follow the steps, and that's how you would get your badge claimed, because it's going to ask you to connect and then verify. And then, like I said, we uploaded the contract, and that's when you would later be able to claim it, and it would show up in your OpenSea. 1 second, just trying to.
So if at some point I'll get one and I'll I don't know, it will have value and I would like to sell it, then I can do it in OpenSea.
Correct.
Okay, interesting.
I'm trying to move this bar real quick. 1 second. Oh, here we go. All right. So also we have our Master Cat site. So I'm actually gonna mint a voucher right now.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Right.
Exciting.
So I'm gonna walk you through. I'm kind of gonna walk everybody through it. All right. You enter the lounge, which is pretty cool.
Hey, Coach, and then as you kind of go through the vouchers, do you think you could maybe explain the difference between all the vouchers and what that's going to do for you?
Definitely. All right. So we do have, this is our main page right here. When the time comes to mint, those voucher holders will enter the pet store right here. When it comes time for the free mint afterwards, that's going to be in the shelter. But right now you would click on the voucher page. Pretty cool. And what you get here is the alpha voucher. Oh, 1 second. It's asking me to connect. So down here you see connect wallet. It's asking me to connect my wallet. The alpha voucher and the beta voucher, what that does, like I said earlier, it gives you access to the pet store, where you're going to see 9 NFTs, and you get to choose the one that you vibe with the best. Right now, it's a little discount for the beta voucher. All it does, the alpha vouchers are going to go first. So obviously, it's a little slimmer pickings, but there's still going to be tons of amazing in there because it's all random. So you don't know. You may go last and have the best opportunity. But what you're going to do, you connect your wallet, and then you would click Mint NFT. And this MetaMask page is going to come up. The voucher costs 0.03, which is about $44 right now. Gas, as you see, is only $92. And you confirm it. And that is the minting process.
Wow.
Nice and easy. There it goes, confirm transaction. And then you will see that, once it's minted, you would see. So also, like I said, I'm big on Web3 security. I always use burner wallets for things. I have like 1 million wallets. This is one of my burner wallets. So right here, and boom, there's my alpha voucher in my OpenSea profile. got a couple of funny llamas in there and some other stuff. That's just this, that's this one wallet. Even though obviously I know this is my project and I know it's safe, I still advise everybody always to use, a safe wallet. It's just good practice.
That's awesome. Thanks for walking us through it and showing us. Also, I really like the art on it.
Yeah, the graphic design on the website and for all the individual cats are pretty killer. And even going back to the fact that we're gonna have each mint is gonna have 9 different artworks tied to it from 9 different artists. You have 9 lives. So I love that the team has built so much into it and thought of that already.
Definitely artwork. Artwork is very big in the space, and that's why it's nice to have kind of a PFP to represent. Like I said, on the flow side of things, obviously these set holders, they have something to represent them. Obviously that LaMelo is the Grail and everything else. But it's nice to kind of be able to represent yourself on the ETH network too, and kind of bridge those gaps. So that's why we wanted to create a PFP and be able to give all of our holders an opportunity to have one and kind of represent their community, the NLL. Our artist is excellent. It's a comic book artist, and from Dark Havoc Illustrations. That's the First Life. And because we are a community, we're going to do contests and stuff like that, open it up to our NLL set holders. Maybe we have a few artists in the group that could possibly score a job and be our second artwork. Maybe they're a pixel expert or a 3D expert. You never know what the other art styles are going to look like, but the traits are going to carry over from style to style. But the art's going to be different, which is going to be really cool to see. So it's like, what are you feeling that day? How do you want your cat to represent you? And it's going to be interchangeable, anytime you want.
Okay. I like the concept, and you definitely triggered my curiosity. After this episode, I'm gonna consider opening my first MetaMask wallet and see. Now, before we end this, like if people saw this video and this kind of the visuals that you just showed them, and they have any questions for you, they need some help or support, where could they go? Like, what's the best way to reach you guys?
You want to take this, Trevor?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can follow us on Twitter. We have the Mastercats NFT Twitter page. We also have the Discord, or you could reach out to either of us directly. I know Coach P and I both basically live on our phones with Discord somehow always running. If you reach out to us, one of us is gonna hit you back pretty quickly here, as we live and breathe the shit. If you have any questions, we're definitely here to help. That's literally what I think Coach P and I are here for, is working with the community on everything, making sure everyone knows how to mint, that people are aware of the project itself, and people are excited. Personally, I'm very excited. The idea of getting access to the story, having the 9 different NFTs and being able to choose which one I like the most, that's very unique to me and very special. And so I think anybody that gets the pet store access is going to be very excited when they are able to get in there and take home their forever friend.
That's awesome. Okay, well, thanks. And on that note, thanks very much, guys, for sharing this with the community, for giving us even just the option to get this option to be a part of this for free, of course. And then that's pretty cool. You definitely got my curiosity going.
Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. And who knows, maybe we'll have a follow-up episode in the future. One more thing before we go, Trevor had to leave us, but me and Coach P also want you guys to know, if you watch this video, if you watched the Mastercats tutorial, as Coach P showed us here, he would also like to suggest a giveaway for whoever's want to take part in this. And I'll let you say the details.
So the team at 9 Labs, Mastercats NFT, we like to offer up 1 alpha voucher to the pet store, 1 Master Cats NFT, and 1 Cool Cat moment to 3 different winners who, 3 different participants who like, retweet, and, follow our Master Cats Twitter. We're going to post more details to come, but stay tuned. It's a great opportunity to win some cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube.
Of course, thanks. And yeah, we all like giveaways. It's the way to go. And for sure, I'm gonna put the Twitter link in the description below in the video, and you guys can stay tuned and see how it plays out. So Coach P, thanks for everything. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
For sure, man. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
Take care.